Okay, welcome back to another episode of Your True Sons, brought to you by the Players Lounge. I am one of your hosts, Kevin Rutland. I am here with Sean Weatherspoon and Jeremy Maclin. Look, fellas, this was supposed to be a pregame show about A&M. It just so happened that the college football playoff rankings did drop. So let's go after A&M briefly, and then get into what you like, dislike about the playoff brackets and rankings that were just released. So, look, number 3 team is coming into town. I mean, you got to call it spade a spade. The number 3 team in the country is coming into town. I've played on one of those Missouri teams where we had the big dog coming into town, and it takes a lot to knock off the big dog, right? I'm talking about fans, I'm talking about team, I'm talking about coaching. It takes a lot. How do we beat the number 3 team in the country, Spoon?
Well, we got a good football team. That's one thing. You know, sometimes it takes a lot of things to go. I mean, it always takes a lot of things to go your way to win a good football game against a good football team. But I think our team is one of those teams where if A&M plays, you know, if they come to our place and they're coming off a hangover from that big win that sent Brian Kelly where he's at,
Yeah.
then I think you know, our kids have a chance to go out there early and establish, you know, that this is our house and that we're ready to defend it. Now, if we don't tackle, I mean, I think I said this previously, if we don't tackle, man, it's gonna be bad. These dudes can run. These dudes can, I mean, they can do they play great football there. They're undefeated for a reason. And you know, it's gonna be a tough challenge. But I think the main thing we have to do is continue to keep the theme going of the quarterback turning over the ball. You know, his name is let's see, let me go to my Marcel Reed. He will turn the ball over if you get around him. I think he's a good quarterback. He's accurate. He can make that thing go. But I think if we can take the ball away on defense, that'll give us a chance to have some more possessions on offense to see what 5 can really do with the full clip.
Definitely. J-Mac, what do we need to see from our offense with a quarterback who's going to get his first start of the year, who is a freshman? The lights will be bright, and the number 3 team is coming in the country. What do we do offensively to get him in a groove, or do we kind of protect him? What's your offensive process?
You got to play to win, right? Don't play not to lose. You got to play to win, right? You got them boys coming into town. This is the best defense that Texas A&M has seen in us. So I'm excited about that matchup. And then on the flip side of it, you know, while we haven't scored as much as we want, you know, Texas A&M has given up, you know, 40 twice, 20 plus another 3-4 times. So like they've given up points. So I'm interested to see, you know, kind of what we do differently with Zollers back there. Like I said, I thought he had a very, very good audition tape against Vandy. So I'm interested to see how he looks with now a full 2 weeks going in, knowing that, hey, I'm the guy that's going to be taking the majority of the snaps on Saturday.
Gotcha. So look, J-Mac, you mentioned that we are probably the best defense that A&M has seen. I think you're right. Auburn is the only team that held them below 17 points. Everyone else, it's been 42, 44, 41, 31, 34, 45, and 49. What is, and I'm jumping the gun here, but it's the race to what? To win this game? What's that? What's that number? The race to what?
I don't know, man. I think this one's tough because I think if I saw more of Matt, like I would give you a better, guess or estimate or like, you know what I mean, what the race would be. I just don't know how we're going to approach it. Like I said, I hope that we approach it in a way where, hey, we're going to let this young guy go out there and get his feet wet and spread the ball around and do some things and still rely on that running game, which, was going to be crucial for us. But I just don't know. So, like I said, if I'm us, I'm taking a hard look, especially defensively, at that Auburn tape to kind of see what they did. And then, like I said, I think you got about 4 or 5 films you can look at from an offensive standpoint and be like, hey, this is where these teams had success. Texas A&M will give up plays. They'll give up chunk plays. You can score points on them. So I'm really interested to see how we plan to attack them.
Spoon. When we are talking about a defensive mindset, you said we've got to tackle, right? That's kind of a given. But I think fans don't really understand what you mean when you say we have to tackle. They're thinking, yeah, it's football, you got to tackle. But what do you mean when you say our
Well,
defense has to tackle?
well, if you don't know, if you go back and look at that first half against LSU, you might think that LSU is going to, get them into a fight and win that game at home.
Mm-hmm.
And in that third quarter, there were some things that took place. And what I saw was great athletes getting through the first tackle. We weren't gang tackling. And now the energy of the whole offense just started to just crumble that Death Valley crowd in that
Mm-hmm.
building. And so what I'm talking about is those type of plays where people are running through you, you're on your back, and your home crowd is full of that, you know what, and
Oh,
they just like, oh, not our boy. You know, that's what I'm talking about. We can't have them plays because that's what I mean. That was the straw that broke the camel's back because I thought they were gonna, LSU didn't turn the ball over either. I mean, it was just a good old fashioned. Come on in here, we playing football. We got some
mm-hmm.
knees that's coming right for your chin if you're going low, and we
Yeah.
stepping and we not running out of bounds. So we have to be physical from that standpoint. I just want to see us take away the quarterback run, get around him in the passing game to make him antsy. And when they give the ball to their athletes, man, we got to gang tackle, get them down right away. Because I think if they get it rolling, then it can look how
Mm-hmm.
it looked last week or 2 weeks ago. But if you go back to the Auburn game where it's just a tough football game and
Mm-hmm.
they're at home and they score 16 points to win the game, they played great defense, but.
Yeah.
That's a tough way to win at home, and I think you got to go back and watch the Arkansas game at Arkansas where they give up 42 points, and so we know that it's out there, but we just got to limit them on their offensive side so that our guy gets a chance to really do what he can do or what we think he can do based on what we saw against Vandy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I,
Go ahead, J Mac.
I think real quick. I think Marcel he's a much improved passer. I think you've even heard people kind of put him in the Heisman consideration.
Mm-hmm.
I
I have.
still think the way to beat them is to make him pass the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You take away the run game, take away the Q run game, make him make those throws in those tight windows. I still think that's the way that you kind of beat them, and or let's not say limit their offense because clearly
Yeah.
nobody's beating them yet.
I
But
Yeah.
think
limit their
Yeah.
offense. Yeah.
Mac he is improved, but he showed that he will give it away.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what I saw against Auburn, they come out, they run on us, score with the quarterback run, and then they're driving again. Toriano Pride takes the ball away. We take points off the board. We get a field goal. It kind of gets us into, okay, now this is a match. I just don't want things
Yes.
to kind of escalate, with them having early success and us not, feeling deflated when you don't get the ball back to a young freshman quarterback to help him
Yeah.
out. Even if it's 3-and-outs or just finding a way on special teams to do something to, start off with a first down on the punt return, things like that just to get the quarterback rolling. I think our defense has to come up big in order to beat the number 3 team in the country. That's all.
Absolutely.
But look, I mean, with the exception of, I mean, I think when we did a great job last week, kind of boxing, not last week, week before last, boxing in Pavia, who is the traditional dual threat. Now, I don't think Pavia is as good as Reed,
He's not.
but we have some experience in kind of slowing down the mobile QB, right? We have we have experience slowing down offenses that put up points. Like and even we played KU, that was a long time ago. That's a
Mhm.
mobile quarterback. And outside of some early success, we kind of put the clamps on. So, like Spoon said, I do have faith because of our defense. And I'm optimistic, believe it or not, about our offense because I something about the unknown, right? Like they haven't studied for us. They can't really game plan for him. Now, J-Mac offensively,
Mm.
your offense is your offense. Like, how much does it change with a new quarterback? Are we going to start something drastically different? I doubt it, right? So, but it's a new quarterback, but it's still the Missouri offense.
Yeah, so I do think that yeah, your offense is your offense, but I do
Mm-hmm.
think that it does you tailor it towards what your quarterback's good at, right? So like I'm sure Kirby and Drink inside their offensive playbook, right? They might have some more drop back, they might have some more quick game, they might have some more nakeds and things like that. You know what I mean? So I
Mm-hmm.
do think that like it's going to look a little different than when Bo was there. But Drink came out on record and said, "Hey, it's still like, Q runs are on the table, all that stuff's still on the table." So, um, the thing that I'm so excited about, like I said, I think the small sample size that we did have
Yes.
was really good. But then also, like, you're dealing with two really, really good offensive minds in Drink and Kirby. coming off of a bye week, being able to prepare, like that's what I'm excited about. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
um, I do think it can change a little bit. I'm with you though, Kev. You can't be a triple option team and then all of a sudden you get a new quarterback. Now all of a sudden you're a spread team, right?
Right.
Like, but I do think like within the wrinkles of the offense, right? Um, whether it's personnel, formation, motion, or like I said, or even like concept,
Mm-hmm.
right? I do think that you can tweak it to where it can highlight what Zales is good at.
So, question. Does that mean that as a play caller, there are times where you have a play that you like? I'm talking about spring ball. I'm talking about fall camp.
Yes.
And when you've chosen your guy, you're like, hey, we can't run that with him. He can't get that
Yes,
done.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh,
Just like defensively, there's probably calls that you love, like whether it's a corner rotating to a half field safety in a fire or some type of blitz, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, yeah.
coach, we don't really know if he can get there. So like I really like it, but hey,
It's
he
personnel
does
based.
everything else. Yeah, it's personnel based, right? He
It
does
has to
Oh,
everything
be.
wow.
else. You know what I mean?
It
So yeah,
has.
absolutely.
Go
100%
ahead,
yes.
Spoon. Yeah, go ahead, Spoon.
It has to be that way because I mean, or else we wouldn't have all these black quarterbacks in the league doing what they're doing right now, right?
It's a good
I
point.
mean,
Yeah.
when we was coming in the game, it was everybody's looking for the cookie cutter, 6'5", pro style quarterback, stand in the pocket and deliver the ball. I don't know if you care if it's play action with 7-step, max protection.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they wanted you to look like
To sling it.
who already played in that system that was great.
Yeah.
And I think that put a lot of pressure on kids. And I saw like when RG3 and those guys, Russell Wilson, these new guys started coming in, and you could see the offensive coordinators figuring out how to be successful with those type of quarterbacks. And college football played a big part in that with seeing their success in college. So it has to be that way.
So check this out. Here's
Yeah,
here's one
J-Mac.
thing for instance, right? Look how much different the Giants' offense is now when they started with Russell and now they got Jackson Dart.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, don't get me started on that, please.
But I'm just saying though, or there's things that Cincinnati will let Burrow do that they're not letting Flacco do. You see what I'm saying? So like,
But
so
I
it's
say
gonna
let
change.
Flacco do it. They both named Joe. Let them go. That boy bad too.
Man,
Hey,
Flacco
that's
airing
the.
that thing out right now, man.
How old is he? That's crazy.
Is he
Is he
40?
got to
Look,
be 40? Is he
I think
how?
he might
I
be.
think he's
Is he
past 40.
41?
bro, he
No, he's not. He's not as old as Aaron Rodgers. I think he's
I
40,
thought
maybe
he's
he was
40
38.
older
then.
than
He got to be
Rodgers.
39 or 40, man. He looks it though. He looks a little older. No disrespect to Joe. Cherry Hill's
No, dis-
finest.
Joe. No disrespect. You're doing a hell of a job. Keep it up. But you're making a lot of guys at home think I still got it. That's not true. You don't play
Joe
quarterback. You
Joe
don't still
Joe
have
is
it.
Joe is 40.
40.
Joe 40.
40.
Letting it ride, man.
Letting it ride.
Hey,
Let it
Listen,
ride.
I'll suit up right now and go play for Joe.
hey, one game, Mac.
That's
Hey,
all
give
I
me
got.
give
I
me a
actually
series.
I got a
You,
half, maybe.
you know how bad they would box you up if you went back and played right now? That would be embarrassing. What?
It'd
This
be
kid,
Hey,
it'd be
listen,
rough.
I could
yes.
go find a zone.
You know what to do.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I go
Yeah, yeah,
find.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
they
Yeah,
ain't
yeah.
gonna put me on the island. I'm getting press coverage. No, I go find a zone. Yeah.
I thought you wanted that outside work and let them
Uh,
Oh,
beat you up
sir.
for straight
I
quarters.
need one. You just need one job.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm telling you right now, I don't have a snap in my body. It's not a chance. I'm sorry. I can't run with you. I can't tackle you. It's just why are you out here? Um,
why you?
what are we doing?
We're just talking about the
No.
quarterbacks.
Let's go into let's go into college football playoff. The rankings dropped. We have some differing feelings amongst the three of us on who is where and why. I think everyone is comfortable with the top five: Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, Alabama, and Georgia. Maybe you argue that there's a swap, here or there in that top five, but they're set. Now we have two Big 12 teams back to back in BYU and Texas Tech. Oregon is sitting at 9. Notre Dame. Let's stop right there. I think somebody said it at the beginning of the season. Watch Notre Dame win out and be in this mix. I still don't like it. I don't care who you lost to, which was A&M and who was the other loss, J-Mac?
Miami.
They were
Really,
close.
Miami,
Close.
like Notre Dame shouldn't even get any points for having a close loss to Miami. Miami's lost what 3 games now, 2 games now to
2 games.
teams they should have
They
beaten.
they still in the fight.
Unfortunately, we're gonna get down there too. So Notre Dame, sure, I think the writing is on the wall. They went out, they're in, which is unfortunate for everyone else. Texas, this is where we have, I think, the biggest like differing of opinion in terms of how they got to 11. This is a team who at one point was out of the top 25.
And
Correct?
at one point was number 1 in the nation too.
You go from 1 to whatever to out, and then you get 2 wins and you're back at 11. This is my thing. Go, Jeremy, please start it off.
You just let me know when you want me to start. You could say your thing first. Just let me know when you
No,
want me
no,
to
no, no,
start.
no. You go first, and we will rebuttal. Please tell me how you feel about Texas being at number 11.
Okay. I got a couple different points here. All right.
Mm-hmm.
One of Ohio State, number 1 team in the country, right?
Yes.
Number 1 playoff team, right? They played them the best. Anybody's played them all year at their place. Okay. They lost by a touchdown. All right. They got a top 10 win against Oklahoma. They got a top 10 win against Vanderbilt. Okay. Their other loss is to a Florida team, but it's an SEC team. We already know how people feel about that, right? Right. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna go one step farther.
Yep.
If you go look at the top 25, right? There are 2 lost Big 12 teams. There are 2 lost ACC teams that are not in the top 25. But there's a 3 lost SEC team that is in the top 25.
So
That
Tennessee
has
lost
that,
to some dogs.
but has no wins over anybody ranked. You feel what I'm saying? So like that just goes to show you what people view about this conference, dude. I take the eye test off the table. Like I think you throw away the eye test when you're talking about SEC matchups.
You can't throw away the eye test.
You have to.
You
It's the
cannot.
best conference in football. You have to.
I'm saying in terms of Texas being at 11, you can't throw away the eye test because this is the same team who lost to Ohio State and lost to Florida and was thrown out of the entire top 25.
Yep.
That is because of the eye test. It's not because they lost to Ohio State. It's the best team in the country. You lost to Florida, the SEC rival, but you come out of the top 25. Now they're back at 11, and we're not bringing the eye test in because they got 2 wins. No, the eye test says they sucked early.
Well, no, I think it's also helped from the teams that they beat, right? So they beat an Oklahoma team that beat us and beat Tennessee. They beat a Vandy team that beat us and LSU at the time. Now LSU is falling off a little bit, right? So like I think it's all that factored into it as well. Like the whole resume matters, right? It matters what you do, and then it also matters what your opponents do.
Spoon,
And
what do you feel?
that being said,
go
your
ahead.
SEC. I say, and then in that being said, like I said, you're looking at a Cincinnati that's got 2, but the whole Big 12 is standing around, everybody pointing their finger. I told y'all, like the Spider-Man meme.
Yeah.
They all doing this, right?
How do
So
you sort that out, man? Like this,
I
I'm
don't know.
tired of. I feel like this team is because they play in this.
Mm.
I'm tired of that, bro. Because it it's a feel. It's you might as well go to a computer and let him tell us what it is.
Go
I mean,
back to what was that when we were there? The BCS, yeah.
But
I felt
the computers gonna do the same thing. They're gonna factor into like what they think the strength of schedule is too. What conferences they're gonna factor all that in too.
I hope they factor in, the fact that win against Oklahoma was against the quarterback probably shouldn't have been playing, and he gave him the ball
Yeah,
like
they
3-4
factor that
times. They
in.
won the game in a rivalry game that they played at a
He
And
neutral
played though.
site.
He played though. He played.
look. This is why I also don't like them in particular being that high. If we're going to factor in the 2 losses they have, one to unranked, one to the best team in the country, we also have to factor in some of their wins and say, oh, it's not a good win. So like for me, who lost to who played LSU earlier this year? Who beat
Uh,
LSU?
Clemson
um,
and
Oh
Clemson
yeah,
and LSU played early.
LSU beat Clemson. LSU beat Clemson.
yes. Like or anyone who has beaten LSU, you shouldn't be able to say, "Oh, we beat LSU anymore." They're not a good team, right? Like so then we can
But
take it a
they're
step
SEC.
further.
if you lose to them, it's like the SEC. It was tough to go into Death Valley on a Saturday night. Look, I'm tired of that, bro. It's like, yeah, we know it's tough.
But guys, it benefits us too. So like that's where we got to be careful, because I'm telling y'all right now, if we were sitting any place else at 6-2 or 7-2, right, winning out's not good enough.
But we wouldn't have lost to top 10 teams, though. We wouldn't have lost to top 10 teams. If
I'm just saying, if we were anywhere else in any other
conference, in those other two conferences that we talk about, let's not say anywhere else. Let's just say the ACC
the Big 10.
or the Big 12, right?
Okay, yeah.
So I think, bro, did Arizona get in with like 3-4 losses last year? Arizona State?
Arizona had 2. They had 2 losses.
Only 2 losses?
They were 11-2 and they were the conference champions. They beat up on Iowa State.
Well, this is I remember. Okay, I got you there. But as far as being relevant in that conference, right? You can be a 2-loss team and still have a chance to win that conference, right?
Yes.
But you gotta win it.
I know we'd be perfectly fine. We'll be in the same situation we in now. We win it out in the SEC. We don't even get a chance to go to the championship game, which is cool because we don't want to go there because it's gonna be hell to pay. But if we looking at that conference, we like, man, we can beat anybody in there.
Ray, you've done a complete 180. And it's crazy because last year you've done a complete 180. Like you've done a complete 180. Like I don't get how you were like, SEC big like, and then now you like, what's? I think you got something against Texas, which is okay because your sister went to OU. Like I get it. I get it.
But he's consistent in the fact that when we talk about Missouri winning out, what that holds for us, right? He's still, even though he's down on, he's kind of just down on the SEC a little bit with if you're not the top dog or whatever. Like beating good teams in the SEC or losing to good teams in the SEC could hurt you more than it can actually help you. You know, even if you don't get that chance to go to the championship game.
Mac, go ahead.
Okay, no, go ahead. Because I got a rebuttal in a second.
Okay, I'm not down on the SEC. Because normally we have, even this year, you have a lot of teams who are in that top 15 range, right? When the teams that we thought were good teams, the LSUs of the world, like no disrespect to A&M because I think they're a good football team, but you just beat up on a bad LSU team. They're just not that good, right? It can still happen even in this conference. Yes,
I'm with you. But going into Death Valley, I don't care what you say. Now and beating them the way that you beat them, right? Bro, that means something. And you don't think people are looking at that? It means something, right?
So you could have did it by 3 points, and it's the same, though.
Listen. That's why what Alabama did is so impressive. Going to Vandy and beating Vandy and then coming to Mizzou and beating Mizzou. Like, that's hard to do. It's hard to win on the road in the SEC, right? Texas goes down to Florida and loses. Georgia, now it's a neutral site. Georgia just barely beat Florida. So, like, I'm telling you right now, it is a different – now, that's a rival game. I know what you're going to say. Rival game. Okay. But it's just it's SEC football. It is SEC football. It's different,
one last question.
Well, put Vandy in the top 13 then.
No.
Right.
I mean, they almost beat Texas, and Oklahoma got drummed by Texas, and Oklahoma's ahead of Texas in the coaches poll and one behind them in the playoff poll. So it's clout, bro. It's clout.
Mac,
it is a little bit of clout.
Mac, hold on. Wait.
That's why preseason rankings matter too, right? When you talking about they shouldn't matter. Well, they definitely matter.
And that's why Texas coming back too. That's
exactly.
Like, they done already told us. They done already told us who Texas is, bro.
Look, but Mac, hear me out. This is where the strength of schedule argument kind of falters even within the SEC. Tennessee, like you mentioned, is a top 25 team, sitting at 8-3 because they have great losses. 6-3 because they have great losses. Mm-hmm. So you also have to factor in if somebody's win was great or not. Right? Like Texas beat Kentucky, I believe.
That was awesome.
No. I think you said it backwards. If you want to, I think what you're trying to say is like, yeah, you can have good losses, right? And then like,
can you have bad wins?
You need both.
I don't think you can in the SEC. I don't think there's a bad. Not on the road.
A bad win
on the road. You got to think about it. Like what you're talking about is on the road.
Like, well, Vandy at Texas ain't a great win. I know Texas was handling them, but Vandy.
Nah, that game.
So the
got
ranking
up to like,
man, they had a chance to get that ball at the end too, Mac, down by 3. with Johnny Pavia or Diego, whatever his name is.
So, all right, look.
What's up?
Keep Texas there. I
No.
don't think I'm going to name these teams. Well, the next unfair ranking, in my opinion, is University of Virginia. What are they doing in the top 15 of anybody's ranking? Let's go through some of their. Go ahead, because
No,
they only have one ranked win on their schedule. They beat Florida State.
They beat Louisville.
And they beat Louisville.
Louisville's ranked now.
At Louisville, who's 8-1 that beat Miami. Tough game.
I think it's telling us that's right now they feel like they're the best ACC team.
Florida State. They
I don't know
beat
about
Florida State too.
Florida
They beat Florida
State
State in overtime.
Oh yeah, they did.
That was their big win.
And we're looking at Florida State, who is no longer ranked.
Right.
Nah, they're struggling.
It's tough.
They're struggling.
So I don't think that team deserves to be that high. This is where the strength of schedule comes in, because you play in the ACC that has been weak this entire year, right? Like they're the best of the weak teams. You know what I mean? And that's not fair in my opinion. Like let's move on and discuss what.
But hold on, Kevin.
Please, yes, sir.
You said they're the best of the weak teams.
Outside
if
of
you go look at,
I'm sorry.
If you go look at these conference standings, you'll see that there's teams in this conference that are not in this top 25 playoff ranking that are the same in conference play as Miami. The same, I mean,
that's a great point.
I'm just saying it's there still. They just don't get it. They just don't got the clout, bro. I'm telling you, nobody cares. Nobody feels a way about them. And they got to earn it. I guess that's the only.
Well, I think it's just one of those things, man, where you gotta like it's tough. It is tough to take a conference serious when your blue bloods of your conference are struggling. So when Clemson is struggling,
Florida
State,
there's just not enough blue bloods in the conference to pick up the slack, because when a blue blood is struggling like a LSU, that means another blue blood like Texas is doing good.
Oklahoma.
They just don't have enough. So get rid of the conferences and let's just pick the teams and do power rankings or however we do it, and put the seasons how you want and add the teams, because this right here is
I think
it's a lot.
Those are two good points, Spoon. Especially just saying get rid of the conference.
That's what they're going to.
They're gonna punish them anyway. It's like,
you're going to but then now, if we get rid of conferences, how does the Notre Dame even fare? They keep doing what they're doing. I think if you get rid of conferences, you will have more blue bloods who just get in this top spot no matter what. They're gonna beat up on all of the horrible teams.
But you're gonna have to go find some teams to play. You're going to have to go find some teams to play, though, because the strength of schedule is going to become, even more of a thing, right?
It will be. So, but that's why I was saying, how do the wins matter? So let's say there's no conferences. Alabama goes and beats up on Arizona State, and then Arizona State wins out. Still Arizona State.
They was in the playoff last year, Scatterbo.
They were, but I just don't think Bama should get credit for beating one team like them that wins out, and let's say their schedule is not as strong, which is what happens, right? Yeah. Right now,
but it's so much tradition. It's so much tradition there with these schools that they can't just say, "Oh, we just gonna get us a Rudy Poo and do it." There's too much money involved. They can't. That's why they keep them conferences together anyway.
Yeah. It comes down to this, right? You take, and I'm looking at this thing, and I know we can talk about this all day, right?
It's crazy.
Look at this.
Yeah.
You take the top two teams in the Big 12, BYU and Texas Tech.
Yes.
Okay.
Which I like, Texas Tech.
Okay. You can like them all you want. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna do one conference. Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon. What we thinking?
I like all three of those teams better.
It's more teams in there.
I know. I'm just saying we like all three of them probably, right?
Michigan, USC. Right, I like them all.
Okay. Now let's go to SEC. Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss, Texas, Oklahoma, and I think once you start, I think Vandy, still like us, right? So I think that answers your question, right? All these I'm tired of like that answers our question right there. Now, granted, right?
But Missouri
Granted,
kind
like
of
I
been
think
relevant in the SEC the past few years. I feel
That's
like
true.
it's a couple teams kind of popping, like Oklahoma popping out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we back.
Last
We
year
got a
they
good
barely
name.
got
We in
to
the
7
but
SEC now.
wins.
And
check this
them,
out.
and them kind of popping back out. We
So
got a new coach.
look,
We
I
relevant.
think
You know,
Spoon is putting into words what I was trying to say earlier. I don't have a problem with SEC. It is the blue blood I don't like. That is like it's getting out of hand. What are we doing? I think they are rushing to get Texas back at 11, praying for Oklahoma to win out and be in that mix because those are
Okay.
the markets.
Time
That's
out, time
my
out,
issue.
time out. Here's we go. Here's we go. Let's take the name Texas off of it. Let's say this is Mississippi
Impossible.
State. No, let's say this is Mississippi State.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Mississippi
Good
State.
point.
Mississippi State. You beat a number 9 team in the nation. You beat a number 6 team in the nation. You lost to the number 1 team in the nation, and you lost to Florida, and you beating everybody else. Bro,
They
that's like top 12 team in the country.
so you lost to Florida. You lost to who else, Matt?
Number 1 team in the country.
they don't get a chance. They don't get a chance.
Why
You
not, right?
But you beat
because they're Mississippi
you beat
State.
who, Matt? Hold on, Matt. You beat who?
You beat a number 6 Oklahoma, and you beat a number 9 Van. You beat 2 top 10 teams, and and you've beaten everybody else.
Have they played Ole Miss yet?
No.
No, but you got Georgia next week. Okay, listen, Texas still has Georgia and,
I
and,
know. I
and
was just
Texas A&M, so that's gonna settle it all, right? I'm just saying, like, you look at their resume, right? Like, okay, you got 2 top 10 wins, 2. There, any team in the country that has 2 top 10 wins, bro, and 2 losses, they're in the top 10. They're in the top 12.
I don't like it.
hold on. But
No, you might be
we're
right. I just
saying
don't like it. Yeah.
2 top 10 teams, right?
Yeah.
So
They beat Oklahoma and they have beaten Vandy.
and right now we have 4 SEC representatives. So it'll be 2 teams that are in this. Yeah, they would have to. Yeah,
I think what
right,
will
Mac.
it's going to have to play itself out because if Texas comes out and they slaughter A&M and they beat Georgia, then maybe they are real. They had some mishaps early on in their season. But if they get blown out by either A&M or Georgia, I think a team like that should fall out of the top. Oh no, that's not true because A&M is good.
Yeah, Mac. Would they
They
would they
can't be in
look
the
at
college football
Georgia?
playoff.
Would they look at Georgia being top 5 and Texas? Will they be like the third loss? Would they be
No,
okay
no,
with that? Because these 2 teams are.
I think the third loss bumps about in the top 12 spots. But
But
check
if it's
this
to
out.
if it's 2 top 3 teams,
Then they would have the
I
two
know,
best losses in the country.
but check this out though. I think that they're going to still be ranked a bunch of in front of a bunch of these teams that y'all
but
talking
they'll be
about.
left out because of the rules.
But they'll be left out because they got 3 losses, and there's too many other 2-loss SEC
Yeah,
teams still in
okay.
play.
How
Because
many teams y'all say we should go to?
SEC at some point SEC wise, like you're bound to play 2, 3, 4, 5 top 15 teams. You just bound to.
Yeah.
It just happens, right? So like
Crazy, bro.
that's why the SEC like they beat up on each other, but like it kind of it's like unfair. That's why I think they should move the 4 automatic bids.
Yeah.
But like it kind of like always kind of works itself out amongst the SEC teams that should be in based off the current format.
I got you. Looking at the top 25 before we go, are there any teams you feel like should be higher or lower outside of Texas? Or and how do you think this shakes out in the end? Like what we're looking at today, does it stay there? Is it impossible? What are we thinking about the future of the current top 12 that we're seeing? Give me a spoon.
I think I get it, but I do think there are teams down in the ACC and in the Big 12 that should be higher. You know, these SEC teams are, a lot of them are sitting there, with 1 loss, a few with 2 losses that are just, those stalwart the programs. And it's just sad for those teams, but those teams in those other conferences are just gonna have to go get it with their muscle. Like they're gonna have to go handle it themselves because it ain't gonna fall in their lap. So, I think the 12 is still a number that we got to add to. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's legit. And to be honest, why even drop this tonight? Like, make people make
Yeah.
people pay for this. Put this on a make this where you gotta click the extra button and subscribe to figure this out. Because we ain't even know this, man. This is
Yeah,
just
that's
too
true.
much, man.
That's true. That's true. What if they started announcing that like beforehand? We never get to see any kind of preview. They just come out and say, "Hey, here are your 12 teams." That'd be chaotic.
It'll be wild, man. You can't do it like that. You got to keep the people informed. That's what the media's for, you know.
Yeah, yeah. But somebody will burn something down. That never happened. J Mac,
Poison some trees.
dude, something's got to happen. Your final thoughts on the top 12 in the college football playoff
Uh,
while you study.
I think that we need to go to 16,
Mm-hmm.
and shake it up. I just right now, like I said, you got what is it? Texas and Oklahoma sitting at 11 and 12, but neither one of them will be in because you got to have a ACC automatic bid and then plus a G5,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm.
which I get. But I
I
don't
don't
know.
get it.
It
I don't
Hey,
like the G.
question:
Yes.
should Utah be ranked that high?
I don't
So,
know.
They just beat Cincinnati. The only win they really got that's like, okay, that's
yeah.
one. But they lost to BYU and they lost to Texas Tech
So
convincingly.
they are giving the Big 12 a little bit more love than I think the Big 12 should ever receive lately. That's crazy. Like BYU,
But
go ahead. They're
I'm about to say
undefeated, so I see that.
yeah.
But
They
Texas,
like
They're,
that
they're,
Big 12 a little bit.
they're definitely giving them more love than the ACC for sure.
I see that.
well,
So
I used to think that the Big 12 was worse than them, but I think those ties may have actually changed. This year, the Big 12 is better than the ACC. Like it is. Like you got two top dogs. Who are the two top dogs that we think are good? I know you got Virginia, but
It's Virginia and Louisville right now. I mean, that's the two teams over there that
they
when I
don't have
look
an
at.
undefeated team
Virginia,
in their conference.
Louisville. You still got my Miami. Miami's still there, and then you got
SMU
Pitt.
just beat Miami. I like that
Yeah,
win, but I know, they're not close as Miami, but they were in there last year. It's a few over there. Clemson sleep. Tech, Tech, Tech is still, I think they dropped Tech a little low, but
Yeah.
Max said they ain't beat nobody. I get it, but they ain't got to play nobody else neither. So if they win the conference, hell, they're going to be right where they want to be. You lose it, you're going to be out.
Hey, I'm sorry. I know we were supposed to stop talking about this, but are there outside of Clemson? Are there any other blue bloods that aren't on this list?
yeah, because Texas. I'm sorry. Florida State and Florida still blue bloods.
Complete
There you go.
rankings. Let me see.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're
And they're
still
not
blue
in here.
bloods. No.
Okay, okay. I was just seeing it's getting out of hand. It's too much love
You
for them.
said Florida too, right?
Yeah, Florida
Oh
State
yeah,
not on there.
he said yeah,
Yeah, Florida's a blue
Clemson's
blood.
not on there.
I see them like that.
yeah.
LSU, obviously.
LSU, yeah.
LSU. All right, so maybe they're not giving all the love to the blue bloods.
Well,
But look,
I mean, you can't. If you were to give them love, you got it. Something
okay,
wrong. They got
yeah.
about
Now you just
4, 5
yeah,
losses.
you got some money on this, or something's going crazy. That's gambling. All right, so look, before we break, let's give our predictions of Saturday's game.
Which,
Lord have
hey,
mercy.
we will be up close and personal, right?
Oh
Live in
yes,
action
yes. Your
We
true
Saturday.
got to make
sons
this
will
game.
be at the game Saturday.
We
So
got to make this
come get
game
your boy.
ugly.
How ugly.
Man, I don't want to
Matter
see
of
no
fact,
point.
I like that, Spoon. You make it ugly. Give me your how ugly
I don't.
score.
I don't think we can. I don't think we can score with them, man. Like I
I feel
just
like,
don't.
yeah. I feel like if they get into the 30s, I think we're in trouble. So
Yes, bro.
I'm gonna go I'm gonna go I think Matt put up 27-21, right? 27-21 Mizzou. I truly believe that we get it done. I'm riding with Drink. I'm riding with Kirby. Coming off a bye week. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I think Zoller has a great game. Um, yeah, 27-21.
Man, we knocked this run out. They averaged 5.6 against LSU last week. Scored 21 points in the third quarter. We knocked this run out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we, I mean, the guy completed 12 passes through 2 interceptions. We knocked this run out. They gonna score 13 points, and we can stop the run, and we'll have 17. We'll have 17 for the victory.
You know what? I'm going to go I'm going to be a little more gracious towards the Tigers this week because I'm looking at an A&M team who undefeated. Yes, they are giving up points, like to teams that, with the exception of the Auburn game, Utah State put up 22, UTSA put up 24, Arkansas 42, Florida 17, but LSU 25. I think we do score 27 or more this game.
Okay.
So you know what? This 27, you're right, has to do it, but I think we hold them to 10. I don't think they can score with us.
13. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna say
I need that boy to turn that ball over.
Look, are we not a better defense than Auburn? Even though
Oh,
Auburn is
I think so, for sure.
We are the best defense they've seen all year.
I think we have a shot. We got a shot to, like, they haven't seen us. And I'm
not gonna lie to you. If we do that to them, like, I know last year. I know Drink using last year's motivation. I know he is. So like I would love to see us do that to them. Do I
Little
think it's gonna
hangover too
happen?
for them boys.
I think they rolling, man. I love their coach. I think he's a great coach.
Mhm.
I think the kids love playing for him. Right. I got a former player that I coached on A&M corner number 4, Will Lee.
Shout out Will Lee.
I'm interested.
Will Lee, that's
to
a
see
Texas
how,
name, ain't it? That's why he went to Texas A&M.
He's the one that he didn't really do it, but remember they had the blanket show up in Theo's hotel room.
Yeah.
They call him the blanket, so that was kind of the whole little thing. But hope he has a good game, but I hope they lose. So Mizzou 27.
I don't know if both happened. I don't know. You can't have both. I hope they make some tackles.
I'm finna check Drink's win percentage after a bye. I think that's cool. After a loss too, a loss and a bye. It's imperative, right?
I don't want you looking that up because if it's bad,
I won't tell you.
Okay, just don't tell me.
I'm just gonna keep it.
Just keep it to yourself. Look, fellas, once again.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, what you got,
All
Jimmy?
right, before you close it up, all right, I'm gonna say something here, right?
Uh-oh.
I also think I know it is Notre Dame. Okay. They got Pitt left. They got Navy lost last week. I think if Notre Dame wins out and the right teams behind them win in certain ways, I think Notre Dame could be on the outside looking in, even though they're in right now.
I'm going to tell you right now.
But here's why I say that.
Yeah.
Stanford, Syracuse ain't going to move the needle for them. No way.
No.
I know. Listen, I'm making a case for you. This is for you.
No, I'm saying you're right.
Right?
They won't.
Navy's already lost. Right?
Yep.
So the undefeated Navy win is not going to hold as much weight.
Nothing.
Pitt's sitting at 24, but Pitt has to play a game before they see Notre Dame.
And that's a dangerous game for Notre Dame too.
You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, right?
They could be, but
your wish might come true.
One thing for certain, though.
Yeah.
One thing for certain, the NBC is powerful.
Well, now that's what I'm saying. Look.
Never mind. Pitt's next game is against Notre Dame.
Yeah, 24 versus 10. This is my thing, J-Mac. I don't see a way in which Notre Dame doesn't get in. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, what do you mean?
It's a good they are a good football team, though.
I mean, it's not a bad team, but are they top 12 worthy? I don't know. Their schedule just isn't the same as everyone else's.
I tell you what,
well,
when I watch them play and I look at their players, like they pass the eye test, like I'm like, ooh, that boy, ooh, he got something. Like when I watch him play, I see it, but I get what you're saying about the schedule.
I will admit that they do, but I mean, it's Notre Dame, so yeah, they're gonna get some guys.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Mizzou family, please come out Saturday. Your true sons will be in the building. Let's make it loud. Let's make it hard to win in the zoo. Once again, I see you, Bob and Spoon.
We gotta get that rocking, man.
Hey, if you need Spoon to get on the mic again, let us know. He can do that. And
hey, I got my cash out.
It was like, hey, Spoon, you getting on the microphone was like Pittsburgh bringing that terrible towel out. It just gets crazy. Like, you know what I mean? So,
hey, the crazy thing is, I don't even know if the mic was on, but hey, the team responded. The energy was different for sure.
It was on. I had to walk out because now I get a little superstitious about it. It was on.
Hey,
But
when I
look,
can't get
yeah.
the crowd up, no more, that's when I'm through going to football games. I want y'all to know this. Don't call me about going to whole games. I'm not when I can't get the crowd up. I'm just staying at home. I don't need to be there.
I got
'Cause
it.
I can't tackle.
You got the juice now. Well, look, once again, these are your true sons brought to you by the Players Lounge. Come out Saturday, Mizzou versus A&M. Let's get the W, guys. Have a
Where the
good one.
tailgates at, baby? Where the tailgates?